How y'all doing tonight? Tonight we're gonna do a good southern dish. We're gonna do some smothered steak and onions. Real good. Well, we're gonna start off though. I got some boudin here. This is some smoked. This is this Amanda brand. I've never had this before. I don't know much about it. But we're gonna cook it off in the oven first. Let's see where it's made. Baton Rouge, Pat for Amanda Packing, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Cajun Prize. Now, that don't necessarily mean it was made in Louisiana. It don't say. Anyway, a lot of times these things will say Cajun certified. Let's go ahead and just get it open. I'm gonna put it on this pan here. You gotta be careful with boudin like this because it'll come apart. Look there. Okay. Damn. Look at that. Sticking on the bottom of there. Gonna take this piece here. Now I'm gonna put this in the oven. I got heat on about 350. We'll let that go while we're preparing everything else. Man, it smells good. Okay, now the next thing we'll have to do here, we'll go ahead and start on the dish. We're gonna bust up some onions. Man, we got a lot of onions to bust up. So, got here my cutting board. Take this piece off here. This piece off here. Over here. Stick it down the middle. I'll tell you, these ceramic knives have been some good knives for me. Been using these for about a year. I've got some other knives. I think I've showed y'all before. I've got a nice collection of Japanese kitchen knives. I just don't ever use them really. Unless it's special occasions, because you can't wash them in the dishwasher and all that kind of good stuff. You know, you just can't do all that stuff with them. You know, you got to worry about it a little bit. You know, worry about scratching them or something like that. I'll show them to you. But anyway, these are just a lot more easier to work with, in my opinion. I do probably need to send these guys off to get sharpened one time. At least this one. This since I've had for the longest. Anyway, we're going to bust up these onions about like this. I'm going to do maybe 2 onions. And see where we stand. We might just do 3. We'll just get this busted up. Okay, so I busted up about 2 big onions. I think that's going to be enough. Or if it's not, I'm sorry. I can't stand busting any more of these up right now. But what I'm going to do, I'll break them up with your fingers a little bit. I'm going to set these outside for a little bit. It's real cold outside tonight, so we don't just stink up the whole house. Another key, if you want to cut onions, you don't want it to tear your eyes up as bad or smell as bad, put them in the refrigerator first. Don't store your onions in the refrigerator. I'll rot them, but put them in there about an hour beforehand. When they're cold, you cut them, they won't release as much of that gas. Anyway, so we're going to set these to the side. Meanwhile, while that sausage is still cooking everything for the appetizer, so contemplate some sides or a side. And my neighbor was nice enough to bring me over some frozen black-eyed peas they had. So these fresh picked right out of the garden, some of them frozen. Man, I think these would be really good. It's kind of tricky to cook these. Well, not really tricky. You just do it a little bit different than you do the dry ones, but I'll show you how it's done. Man, I think they'll make an excellent side. Alright. Cook them peas. What I'm doing with the pot here, I'm going to take some of this country ham, and this is just country ham for seasoning. It's real salty, you know, ham here. Alright, so what we'll do with this, and it contains salt, sugar, all that good stuff. I'm going to put this in the pan here. Okay. Right there. Bottom of that pot, rather. We're going to put some water in here. First off, I'm going to simmer this ham just for a second. Okay, so I got that ham kind of pulled apart. It's in there just frying in this pot, in the sauce pot here. Oh, yeah. Kind of flip it a little bit. Man, this stuff's going to be wonderful. What we're going to do here, we're going to make one of the finest things in the world. We'll make a ham stock. Okay? So we'll go ahead and add some water to it. You want to add this water before it gets too much grease in there. If you don't, if you wait, it'll pop everywhere. I think I add about 1 more cup of this. Okay, so see, I got that filled all about 1 inch from the top or so with that ham in there, and that's that smoked, salted ham. We're gonna let that come to a slight boil and turn down. We're just gonna let that simmer, probably simmer for maybe 30 minutes, and just get that wonderful ham stock. All right, now I get me some cube steak out here. I'm gonna season it with a little bit of Slap Your Mama. Okay, both sides. Let's add a little bit of heat to it. In there, make a little bit of garlic powder. I'm gonna spill it all over the place. There you go. A little bit of this salt and pepper mix, basically. Just steak rub seasoning. Okay, and we'll flip it over and we'll do the other side just like that. Okay, now I'm gonna dredge these in a little bit of flour. And turn this timer off. Put them in a little bit of flour just like that. Because this is going to make a nice brown coating on them. And it's going to help thicken the gravy. Okay? Put them on flour, shake them off, set them back over here. Just keep doing that. Alright, now I got that done. Just clean up this area here just a little bit. And we're going to get ready to try that boudin. Well, by the way, see how I got with this ham simmering in this water? Right here just barely bubbling. It's just how it needs to be. Just getting that wonderful flavor out of there. Now we got this boudin out the oven. We'll try it. I got a little bit of this Cajun power. This garlic sauce, hot garlic, would be good. We'll try some of that on there in a second. I'm cutting a little piece here. Oh yeah, yummy. It's steaming hot. Whew. I'll tell you that. Dang, that's hot. I have to wait a minute. Alright, here goes the try. And we'll see. Pretty good. I will say, of course, I've had a lot better boudin than this. One thing, it has the right taste in the inside. It's the skin. It's a little tough. You know, it's supposed to be, it's like that pork intestine. It's a little bit tough, and that could be just the way I cooked it in there in the oven. But anyway, it's good. If you just want to get the taste of boudin, see what it tastes like, it's going to be good. Never really had boudin much as bad. This is good. Really good stuff. Need a couple more pieces, and I'll put this back in the refrigerator and something. We'll have it for breakfast. This hot sauce is a good one too. Okay, now we're going to start with the meat. We've got the floured cube steak. I don't know if you can barely see it down there, but it's down here. We're going to start cooking it, and I've got some vegetable oil here on about medium-high heat. Okay, we're just going to brown it. Go ahead and start with a nice big piece here. Let's see. Start with this one. We're going to start with your biggest piece usually. Alright. I'm going to let that cook for about, I'd say, a minute on each side. It'll be good. Okay? That way, we're not cooking it all the way through. We just want to brown this crust on there. Now I've got my oven set on warm. I'm going to stick it in that oven. Chill out after that. Okay, about time to go ahead and flip it. You guys got that nice brownness on that side. That's what we want. We just want to brown that meat. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let it go about another minute on that side. Okay, now that I've browned the meat, go ahead, and it's okay, you'll still see some blood coming out and everything, that's fine. We can cook it all through. I'm going to stick it in the oven on about 235. And Just keep it real warm. Keep it slightly. I'm gonna go ahead and put it to about 250. Okay. And now I'll turn this grease off, and I'm gonna go ahead and drain most of the oil out of the pan. Okay. Okay. Now as you can see, I dumped the oil out of the pan. Wiped most of that goodness at the bottom, but left some of it now. Now I'm gonna turn it back on about a medium-high heat, or just a medium heat. Sorry. Add about a 1/4 stick butter. Okay. Let me get that melted here. Just kind of pick up any of this other stuff that's on the bottom of the pan with. That'll be good. Go ahead and just let that butter melt. Just move it around, because like I said, you don't want none of this stuff to stick and burn here. See those good little bits? Let me get that stuff off. Hold on there just for a second. Okay, now that that butter's melted, go ahead and add all them onions. Oh yeah. Now what we're gonna do is just caramelize these onions. Be wonderful. So you can get them in there. Go ahead and put a little bit of this, a little salt, just a little kosher salt, just a little bit on there. Alright. Help the onions out a little bit. Let's just stir them. And they'll pick up everything off. Oh man, not down in the cooktop. Well, I'll get it later. But let's go ahead and just stir these in. Leave it on about a medium, low heat. And we'll just keep stirring and start cooking some of the juice out of these onions. You see, you just keep stirring these onions every minute or two. And they will get brown. They will caramelize. And they're going to be wonderful. Be like a big bowl of French onion soup. Okay, now they're really starting to get soft. Found some of this miracle mix in the freezer. It's onions, carrots, and celery. Then got the bell pepper in there to make it just trendy. Huh. No bell pepper, huh? That's something. I'll just throw that in there just for the heck of it. Just clean out the freezer just a little bit. I'll give it a little color, a little flavor. We'll get that, keep going. Okay, I hope you can see this. After about 30 minutes or so, my deal, stirring these onions every couple of minutes, they just started to stick a little bit to the bottom. So they just started to caramelize. And I had to just kind of scrape it with a spoon. And look, you don't have to do this with your onions. This particular time I was cooking, I ate some French onion soup the other day and I really liked it. And I said, well, let me combine, how you make the French onion soup with the onions and stuff with making a dish like this. So that's what I'm doing. And my wife, she really wanted a dish and she didn't like crunchy onions. So I said, well, I'll make the onions real mushy. They'll contribute to the flavor and all that good stuff. So anyway, here we got our onions here. Let me see. I want to put a little bit of seasoning in there. We'll go with a little bit of thyme. Just a little bit. Fresh thyme will be good. My thyme plant, something's going on with it. It's just not looking right now. I was afraid to pick some of the sprigs off of it and it might kill it. So put a little bit of dried in there. Maybe put a little bit more. Okay. Add a little bit of cracked black pepper. Alright. It's always good. Now, look at that. Now I'm going to add some garlic cloves. I've got some whole garlic cloves, and like I said, this is totally part of the punch style steak. You gotta have some good garlic toes in there. I love eating some of the nice garlic toes. You can smush them up if you want to. I like them just like that in there. Real good. Might put 1 or 2 more. Just to have. I'll be plenty. The wife will be throwing a fit. So now what I want to do, I'm going to add some beef stock. I've just got some beef bouillon, made some beef, put in some water here. Actually, I use that better than bouillon. This is about 3 cups here. I'm not going to use all 3 cups. I'm putting a little bit of thyme here. Do just enough to cover those onions. Okay, it's almost all of it. About 2.5 cups. You can get that in there. Oh yeah. Look at that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put this beef in. Just bury it down in there. There it is. Bury it down in there. Good, good, good. Come on, put in there somehow. Get in it there. Cram it all in there somehow. Just one last little piece. There it goes. Want to get this big and down in there. That little piece over there. Alright, now that's good. Go ahead and turn it down to low, or about a medium low. I'm going to put the lid on this bad boy. I might put a little stock in here, just because I got that cover up past little piece there. Let's cover this up, turn on low, we'll let this sit for at least 30 minutes while we cook up black-eyed peas. Okay, for the black-eyed peas, pay attention here. This is how you do it with the frozen peas, not the dry ones. I strained off that broth from the ham. Now, I tasted it. It needs just a little bit of salt. I'm not going to add any salt to it. What I'm going to do, but a little bit of this better than bouillon stuff. I'm going to add a little bit of this. This is chicken flavor. This will be good, good, good in there. What this does, have plenty of flavor in here. Need a little bit of salt, so that's what I'm going to add. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do, let's see if I can get you situated over here on the other side. Okay, what I'm going to do now before this boils over, I got this pot here, the one the peas were in, about a medium heat. I'll take some of the frozen peas and pour them in there. Okay. It depends on how big the pot. You don't want too many in there that ain't gonna cook right. That's about enough. I guess it's about 1 inch of peas. So I got some left here, okay? Now, important, you get your broth boiling over there, okay? I'm gonna take that broth, the boiling broth, I'm gonna pour it on top of these peas. Make sure you put your pot all the way over the pot like this, or else, man, you have some kind of mess. Alright, just like that. Now, we'll bring this whole mixture back to a boil. Once we bring it back to a boil, we'll turn it down. By the way, in case you're concerned about this ham, this is the ham that came out of the boiling mixture. It's tasteless now. We've boiled all the goodness out of this ham. It's like, feels like it's just almost plastic. It's weird. It's way overcooked. Take this, feed it to your dog. They'll love it. So we're gonna bring these black-eyed peas in this broth back to a boil, and then we're gonna cut the heat. Okay. Okay. Now that these peas have come to a boil, I'm gonna put over here on a burner on low, and I'm gonna cover them for about 30 minutes. Man, they're gonna get right. We'll let our steak simmer and onions too. Alright, y'all, here we go. It is time to dine. I can't wait. Give me a plate here. Alright, first I got some rice I made. I'm gonna put a little rice on here. Oh yeah. So tell me what's wrong with that. Okay. That's good. A little rice. Now, these beans, these black-eyed peas. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Can't wait to have these. And I've been smelling them. I've been tasting them. I ain't gonna lie. They are fantastic. There's nothing like fresh garden black-eyed peas. Even though they were frozen, these things are wonderful. Wonderful. Ooh, I wish I made some cornbread. That would have been just perfect with this. I'll have to do that next time. Alright. Now let's see. Oh yeah. Smell that beautiful. Beautiful steak there. Hamburger, that country steak. If I can find me some tongs somewhere. No juice extra on the plate. Alright. See there. So not that little bitty piece. Not the big one. Here we go. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Yum. Now, those big things aside. Let's get some of that. Some onions, some of that soup basically in there almost. Lay that over that rice. Wow, that's gonna be some good stuff. Look at that. I'm telling you, you can't beat that right there. Home style cooking. Alright, let's give it a taste. First I'm gonna taste these black-eyed peas. Man, oh man. Man, fine. I'll tell you what, they're going to be even better tomorrow. They suck up even more of that juice. You got peas or something like that, when you pull them out, cooked while they're still real hot, and that one soaked up, almost like a boiled peanut. You just gotta let them soak for a little while, suck up that juice. Oh, they're going to be fantastic. Well, let's try this steak. Look at it, man. It looks some kind of good. So you get here where y'all can see. Maybe I'm slicing it here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Anyway. Yeah, it's tender. Just holding up. Got some of the onions there. Piece of that steak. Hey, that's perfect. That steak is nice and tender, spicy. Those onions are so sweet. Letting them caramelize like that. You gotta try this dish. Promise you. Only thing I'd say do is cook you a nice big loaf of cornbread along with it. A big old cast iron skillet full. That'd be just super fine. You gotta try this one.